Tonight, it's the National Football League. Super Bowl 63. And the Los Angeles Rams versus Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. We count down to kickoff in what should be an epic one here, as it'll be the AFC champion Baltimore Ravens taking on the NFC champions, the Los Angeles Rams. Take home the final Super Bowl of the decade. Super Bowl 63 is underway. And we will not have a return, so the first drive of this Super Bowl will begin at the 25. Here comes the Ravens on offense, and the man in charge from Louisville, the former MVP, Lamar Jackson.
And no doubt he's living out a dream right now. He's had dating back to his first days of playing football as a kid. But he certainly can't get lost in the moment right now. There's still a Super Bowl to be played, and his offense, they're looking to him to be their leader. You can take it all in when it's over. Right now, you got the biggest game of your life to win.
And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. From the gun, they'll try to run it. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Now Jackson taps his forward jet sweep, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. The defensive coordinators love that. You got a cornerback willing to stick his nose in there, come up on run support, and stop that pop pass dead in its tracks.
And partner, one good thing about trying to defend that play, you should see it coming the whole way. You see the receiver coming in motion in your direction. Nice job eluding the blocker.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football.
Well, short of them returning it for a pick 6, that was about the worst start you could ask for in this one, because your advantage of getting the ball first is gone, and they're set up a short distance from your end zone. Now you're counting on your defense to prevent a touchdown, and your offense, you better be ready to come out swinging on the next series.
From the gun, he'll hand this off, and he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. Tua sets up to pass it. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Man open, it's Cup. He's got it. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A chance for the first score of this Super Bowl. Here's 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Rams are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. Striking first in any game is very important, but on this stage, the biggest of stages in the Super Bowl, that's huge.
You fully expect the other team to battle all the way through, but when you're the one setting the pace, jumping out in front, that has to feel great for the entire organization.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. They trailed early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start with a run by Mitchell. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That good for 22 and a 1st down. First down, here's Mitchell. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Right back to Mitchell here. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. A loss of 1, now a loss of 2, and they're staring at a 3rd and 13. Here's Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the 1st down.
Yet again, targeting and finding Mark Andrews. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. Back to the ground here, Mitchell. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell. And he gets the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 24. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8. The biggest game, the biggest stage, Super Bowl 63, 1 quarter in the books. 7-0 is our score. We'll return after this message. You're watching the NFL, and it's right here on EA Sports. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. He covered a lot of ground, great blocking, and now they can sniff that end zone.
They certainly can, and because of that run, maybe you come back and fake it to him on this play and throw a little play action. Someone should break wide open.
Jackson gonna run, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Again, Jackson will keep it. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. 3rd and goal, a big play in this Super Bowl. 3 points.
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to get this up to the 24-yard line. That good for 22 and a first down. They were probably just looking for a couple yards of breathing room, snapping the ball at their own 2. Well, they got a lot of breathing room.
And even knowing that offenses are as aggressive as they are now in the NFL, you still expect them to run the football in that situation. Why weren't they ready? Instead, it turns into a monster game and gets them way from the shadow of their own end zone.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. And, Charles, one of the big stories this week, the head coach of this offense, seeking his 3rd Super Bowl title. He is no stranger to the big game.
He's not a stranger to it at all. In fact, I think he's very comfortable with the stage that is the Super Bowl. We know it hasn't all been roses for him because he's had a share of disappointments. But just when we write him off, his guys always seem to deliver. And here he is now with a chance to make history and be one of just a handful of coaches with 3 Super Bowl rings. That's impressive.
He's got Cooper Kupp on the slant. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. We have reached the 2-minute warning. In fact, just under 2 minutes to play in the opening half of this year's Super Bowl. 2 now on first down. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 22 yards there, a first down. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Finding his safety valve here, that's complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. And now they're in the hurry-up. And they'll run on the inside handoff. Down inside the 10. And the Rams are going to have a first and goal as he's inside the 10 down to the 7-yard line. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Going to the air, Tagovailoa forced out to his left. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Tua Tagovailoa, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Rams continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it was Tua Tagovailoa who called his own number and finished it off with the touchdown run. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. The first play of the drive there is incomplete.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jackson, and this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. This time they stay on the ground. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 61 yards rushing for him now in the first half of this Super Bowl. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. On 2nd and very short, Jackson rolling to his left. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. Here's Tony on the quick slant. And he'll be brought down at the 27. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
So we've reached halftime here. One of the greatest performances of the year usually, but not here. Halftime of the Super Bowl is skipped, and we are on to the second half. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Rams offense ready to begin quarter number 3. And I would imagine this is where you have to take stock of the situation, CD, and say, gosh, we're halfway to the Lombardi Trophy. Let's not slow down now.
And I like the way you went there. Let's not slow down now, because the first half certainly went their way. And I would expect them to continue with that type of a game plan. But you're right. You do think back to Super Bowl 54. 49ers had a double-digit lead in the fourth quarter, couldn't hold on. So plenty can still happen.
And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Flushed out, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss. Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The safety blitz staged to perfection that time as they sack him for a loss of 6. The Ravens send their punter out now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. On play action, here's Tua. Rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Good clean play, no flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
Tua on 4th down. He'll buy some time right. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and it'll be a turnover.
Nowhere to run there.
3rd quarter of the biggest spectacle in sport, the Super Bowl. Thanks for joining us, everybody. 2nd and 10. Jackson. To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. On third down, here's Mitchell. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. Now Jackson running the slant, and he finds Mitchell. And the Ravens are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a first and goal.
And they'll try the option on first and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Ravens have cut it back within a score. And he'll get in for the 2 points. And that'll cut the deficit down to just a field goal. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call. And he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion. And now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. That'll be caught. It's Cup. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That one goes for 24 yards. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Down to the 42, 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he is going to have a Rams first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. Across the middle, and this pass complete to Cooper Kupp. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Rams are starting to pull away in the 4th quarter of this Super Bowl. And that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And we're at the time in this Super Bowl where, look, they need points. And they need them badly. Trailing here in the 4th quarter as they begin this drive 1st and 10. And this is incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jackson. That's complete to Tony. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now Jackson on 1st down. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. Usually see those guys out wide get called for holding on running plays. Here, a passing play.
Yeah, sometimes when you get this quick screen, bubble screen, anything where they're having to block for their fellow receiver, usually at the point of attack, and this time he got caught.
And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And that is incomplete.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And here in the fourth quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early, and sometimes they get too soft in their coverages, but not in this case. They understood the situation and played it with the proper aggression.
Meanwhile, Tua's throw complete here to Waller. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Play action. Now it's Tua. It's caught by OBJ. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. His second catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Here they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 82 yards rushing for him now. A big part, no doubt, of why they lead in this Super Bowl. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. A great effort there with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Rams are feeling good as they extend their lead in this Super Bowl. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And it's becoming more and more apparent that this is just not going to be their night. That Lombardi trophy so close, but the expectations simply have not matched the results as they start on this drive 1st and 10. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A good gain on first has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Jackson. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he will get enough for a first down, and that will lead us to the 2-minute warning. His 2nd catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. They'll throw on first down with Jackson, and they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side.
And Jackson hit, and he lost the football. But it looked like a Raven was able to get in there, and they will indeed keep the possession. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a 3rd and long. Throwing is Jackson. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defensive side, and they understood that. They knew they had to press it a little bit, and they planned accordingly. And what a benefit for them, able to pick that one off and hopefully put this game away.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a handoff running through the middle. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A great play there. With a record 4th Super Bowl touchdown tonight. And the Rams take advantage of the field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Buying time to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. John Johnson with the INT. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly. Look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Eluding the pressure right. And that one complete downfield to Kupp. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. The Rams have won the Super Bowl. And they will get the Lombardi Trophy. And their remarkable season ends in the most remarkable of ways. They get to put next to their name, Super Bowl champion.
And they can't ever take that away, can they?
Nope.
That lasts forever. So good to see the emotion when it's all said and done. You see the hugs, you see the guys sharing, the collective happiness. Makes me want to carry you around a little bit on my shoulders to celebrate the triumph. And congratulations to them, a fantastic season.
And they end this year just how everybody wants to end the year, holding the Lombardi Trophy. What a season for them. What a ride it's been for us as well here in the booth. For Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We will see you next season right here on EA Sports.
it.